Hello there, world of tankers, and welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Droodles Blitz, and in today's video, I'll be playing in the Tier 9 German collector tank destroyer, the Waffenträger Ritter. This is an absolutely fantastic tank, in more ways than one. The damage per minute is incredibly good, it's incredibly mobile, and it's got a fantastic camouflage value. When you add all those together, it creates an incredibly devastating tank to fight on the battlefield. I mean, heck, this thing has more DPM than the majority of Tier 10 tank destroyers, sitting at 3,563. It's got great dispersion at 0.299, and a crazy good aiming time at only 3.2 seconds. Add on the 460 damage per shot, plus a fully traversable turret, and yeah, this thing is absolutely insane. Just alone, I've been averaging over 3,000 damage in this vehicle with a 74% win rate, and this is a lightly armored tank destroyer, or more often a glass cannon. The only reason I don't consider it a full glass cannon nowadays is because it does actually carry spall liner, just like all the other German tech tree tank destroyers like the Waffenträger Panzer IV and the Grill and the Borsig. The reason spall liner is so good is because it allows you to mitigate 20% of all high explosive damage. So let's say an Object 140 is aiming at me, which has like 420 alpha. Now it's going to be like 360 or something. It'll be a lot less, which is great. It means that shells just aren't going to rip you nearly as much. Now you can see here, this is the decent mobility of the tank. I wouldn't call it the fastest. It's definitely not, speedy, but it's fast enough to get up to 40. It's got a great power to weight, and because it's got that fully traversable turret, it allows you to sidestep people very easily. You can poke, get a big snap out, and then go back in the cover. That's exactly what we're hopefully going to be able to do in this battle. So we got the Object 260 spotted already, and we're going to do exactly what I was talking about. We're going to back it up, we're going to get a big slap into his tank, and now we're going to pull into cover. We are spotted, but not in a way that I really should have to be worried. We're just going to reload here. There was somebody heading towards base B, but nothing we should have to worry about. Now, the only thing you might have to be a bit cautious with this tank is the fact that its reload is actually so fast, you will out-reload the camouflage reset on this vehicle, which you can imagine puts you in a very awkward position. But we're already doing fine. We've penetrated 2 shells, and don't know if that penned. Guess we'll find out. But you can see just how quick this thing reverses back after you've been able to dunk a shell. That's what allows this tank to be so dang strong. So let's see. Is that 260 here anymore? It looks like he is not. The Egg Tiger's over there. We also got a K91 all the way up top. But for now, doesn't look like much is actually happening, although we do have the motion. Unfortunately, that shell missed just by a teeny bit. Okay, well, at this point, we can just chill. There's not much we really need to do in this battle unless our team needs support. It looks like we ended up not penetrating that 260, which is a bit unfortunate. Oh, there you go. Nice. That guy gets cleared. We got the Ritter all the way 559 meters away. That shell very sadly missed, but we're going to reload again and fire. Oh my, 0.299 dispersion, I was told. Very intriguing, Wargaming. Let's try that again. Wow. Wow. Okay. I'm actually a little speechless right now. Let's try an HE shell. It's not like my luck can get any worse. There you go. Okay, we were able to finally connect a shot. It took me about 2,000 years, but we were able to. There we go. Another penetration into that enemy Ritter. That was quite irritating, not gonna lie though. That was quite a frustrating moment from this tank. I don't know why the gun decided to troll me so hard there. Alright, well, we got the motion off to the side. Our IS-7 is in the front line, which isn't great. I can't really get any shells out unless that Yag Tiger maybe backs up, but it looks like he's going full speed in. I can't get any shells in though. Alright, well, at this point, we see where the WZ is. We see where the motion is, and really the best hope I have to winning is based off of this T95. He's got a lot of health left. In fact, he's full. So what I'm kind of hoping is that I can just kind of farm off this T95 and it'll work well. I guess we'll find out. I mean, the 95 is, after all, an amazing tank to use for hit points. And we're doing okay. They have a 140, and I haven't seen that player actually spotted. He may have been spotted up towards C, but all I've seen is the K91 and Yag Tiger so far. So it's possible the player's AFK, although I highly doubt it. Let's see. Hello? Not seen anybody yet. Alright, well, I'm being a little bit aggressive, but nothing that I think is too devastating. We got the K91 off to the side, and yes, the Object 140 is AFK, which is what I somewhat figured to be the case. Alright, well, let's reload again, get another slap into the enemy object 140, and at this point we've already dealt a pretty solid chunk of damage. Got the K91 off to the side, who I would love to be able to get a big bonk into, so aiming and bonk, there you go. Nice 440 slap. You can see just how crazy good the damage per minute is on this vehicle. We are already over 3,000 damage at this point. All that's left is the enemy Jagdtiger all the way in the back of their spawn, which we should hopefully be able to get a little bit of damage into. Alright, well, let's use that decent mobility as I was talking about before. Again, we are able to reach upwards of 40 kilometers per hour, and there's the Jagdtiger. Let's just load in a premium shell, that way we can confirm the penetration very easily, and let's head down here, that way the Jagdtiger has to poke me if he wants to shoot me, and we can aim in another shell. There you go, another easy slap into his tank, and yeah, this should be a pretty solid game overall. Unfortunately, we were not able to clear the Jag as he backed up into the line of sight for our T-57 Heavy, but you know what? We did 3,900 damage. It's a pretty solid chunk for that battle. I was a bit angry at how our gun was performing against that Ritter on the enemy map, but you know what? It was like 6,000 meters away, so it's fair, and it does make sense at least why a couple of them missed. Just a bit irritating to watch each shell go, nah, nah, nah. But 3,900 damage, and apparently that's an ace. I don't think that deserves to be an ace. That just shows how not so great the average player is, especially on a take like this that actually requires some brain cells to use. So, here we are, second battle up against us. We have a Type 68, Chieftain, Lanson, T-54 Lightweight, okay. And then we got the WZ-111 1GFT and the WZ-112 2. Alright, well, I don't know where I want to actually push in the beginning of this battle, because, well, I think I'm going to go medium side. It's always a tricky situation on a map like Yukon, because it just doesn't have the best positioning for a tank destroyer like this. There's some okay spots here and there that you can use, but overall the positioning isn't the best. What I'm hoping is that my AMX-30 is going to spot somebody crossing, and we're going to be able to get a big old dunk out. That's what I'm kind of hoping. So I'm going to sit right here to begin with, and we'll see if our AMX spots anybody. Doesn't look like he did, actually. He did spot the Lanson, but that makes sense. I have no clue what our AMX is doing, if I'm going to be completely real at this point. Alright, well, let's see if we can get a bonk into this guy. Come on. No, unfortunately not. But if we back up like this, we should be able to get a pretty big slap in. Alright, let's see. Come on, Lanson. Bonk. There you go. 550 slap into his tank, and we are able to use once again that good mobility to reverse into cover before we actually had the opportunity of being shot. Well, already they're down both their mediums. I don't even know how it's possible, but yeah, they're basically dead. Our Proto did bleed a bit of health to, you know, get them bled, but still, they're done at this point. Nice, easy shot into that Lanson, and at this point, both of their mobility is gone. All right, well, let's see what we can do. Let's make our way off towards base, kind of C-ish B. We got the Chieftain, we got the SU. I'm going to start off by possibly getting a shell. Well, I was going to say possibly getting a shell into that Type 68, but man is gone. He is just absolutely bailing. All right, well, he shot, and, well, that was, just a bit disappointing, really. Let's see, we got the Chieftain. Alright, well, in this situation, I obviously completely out-DPM this Chieftain. So, I'm just going to head right over this way. I'm hoping that the Type 68 does not shoot me. Let's keep on going. Got another shell into the Chieftain. There you go. And, yeah, I don't think that guy's enjoying life all too much. And a bonk. There you go. Nice shell finishing him off. Now we're going to turn. Type 68 doesn't actually shoot me. Quite surprising to be real. Gun depression moment. I should add, this tank only has 5 degrees of gun depression over the front. It's kind of like how the Grill has really bad gun depression over the front, so that is one thing you might have to be a little careful with when driving this vehicle, is the way the gun depression works. Now we got that WZ who was driving up, but it looks like he's just going to randomly stop. I have no clue why. Alright, well, let's see if we can get a shell into the WZ. Let's go for one easy shot there. Doesn't really matter if I get penned by him at this point. I don't even know what he's doing. But let's reload. We should be able to get at least one more tap into the WZ, which we were able to. There you go. This was a bit of a hectic battle, I'm not going to lie. Everything about this game made 0 sense, but you know what? We came out with a victory. I think we did okay. I don't know if we broke 3,000 damage, but, yeah, we did fine, 2,600. With the 2 games averaged out, we still did over 3,000, so I can't really complain. This is the Ritter. It's a great tank. It's a vehicle that not too many people have actually made a video on. This is the one thing that I always try to be separated from a lot of other Blitz YouTubers is people make one video on a tank, and if it never comes out again, they never make another video on it. For example, the Ritter, the Caro, there's so many other tanks people only make videos on when they get released. But tanks like the Ritter and the 50 TP Proto, they haven't been released since they've come out the original time. So, yeah, I mean, I just like to keep people updated in case you ever run into this tank or it comes out in the future. You have a bit of a pre-knowledge on the vehicle. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.